Oh man. Let's see. Okay. What? Who is your favorite guest star? Pick favorites.
Ooh.
Go.
Oh.
Oh. See, my brain instantly went to least favorite, and I'm not gonna do that because you all know who I'd say.
Evander.
Jean was okay. Evander is the worst.
Rip and
Evander
rest.
is
Well, he's dead
subjectively
now.
the worst.
Rip and
Good
rest.
for
Rip and
him.
rest.
May
It's
he
bad,
burn.
my brain immediately went Jatai because
No.
Jatai.
Jatai is one of my favorite guest stars.
I want to, okay, listen. There has
So
never
is
been
Cat.
a person, a character that I've wanted to, like, hug, but, like, also slowly strangle. Jatai. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Spy, but Jatai.
We
I
all
love
know
him,
it's just
and
because
he's
you
so
really
cursed.
like
Corbin and he shot him.
Yeah. I love Jatai.
That's not the
Jatai's
only
great.
reason.
I do want to
Isn't
hear
it?
your reasons though for the character.
There's just like this primal. It's
Is
like
it the
every
cursed
time,
energy?
I guess, but like I deal with cursed energy from you guys all the time.
Oh, he's worse. He's so much worse.
It's
We're-
like
We are the Sprite to his Mountain Dew. See, I told you I'd make Shea laugh.
that's such a good analogy.
See, I told you I could make Shea laugh with the randomest thing.
What were you
He
gonna say,
just
No, I was just agreeing. That was funny.
it's
Oh,
just
good
like
analogy.
there's just like some characters that like you hear and you want them, like it's like you're like that's a cool character, but then like every time they speak it's like I think I'm going to like come to your
Kill
house
them?
and kill you. Two
Yeah.
examples of those would be Valdis and Shatai.
I can, yeah,
Yeah.
valid. I think it's really just, Cat just doesn't like cocky little shits. I think that's it because that describes that describes Valdis and Jatai a lot.
That was supposed to be Andre before I decided to remake her entire personality.
Thank
I'm
God.
so glad.
Then we wouldn't have what we have today. So, because I ain't touching that. I'm sorry.
That
I'm
was a
throwing too
10-foot
much
pole.
shade. I'm throwing too much shade. I'm sorry. I love you guys.
I'm still sorry. No, I'm still sorry. At least until this show ends.
God, I really don't want to say who my favorite guest star is because I feel like that seems like I'm picking favorites and like I really enjoyed everyone a lot. But I don't know, like me and Stellar are good friends, and so I'm gonna
Yeah.
say I really enjoyed Stellar.
I do really enjoy Stellar,
Stellar
yeah.
was great.
I
Yeah.
meant more the character portrayed than the person. Just
Oh.
saying.
Wow.
Oh no!
Well,
Oh no!
Stellar had several characters, so it kind of makes sense to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just to lump
I-
all
I'm
this
I
putting
really
it
like
out there. I
Isabel.
loved everyone. I really enjoyed Stellar, and we have a nice friendship.
Yeah, I really
don't-
like. Well, like as guest star, we did a whole guest episode. I really liked Stellar when she played Isabel, and all that fun stuff. I really like Jatai. I loved Valerian, but Kat's a
Oh.
cast member now.
Oh.
Yeah. I also want to throw out Sylvester. Like, I really liked Sylvester.
Sylvester.
Sylvester was cute.
Lilith was a thing.
Oh, Lilith was great.
Boy.
I loved
boy.
that.
I enjoy Lilith.
I was only here. Brandon, Heather, and Sam. I
Oh
think
my
those are the
gosh.
only three I was here for.
I want to compliment Heather too, but she's also a cast member now.
She's not.
That doesn't mean we
member.
can't. Doesn't mean we can't compliment our Heather.
It's true.
We love you, Heather, so
Heather,
much.
you're amazing. Can't wait to play with you next week.
Wink. Wink. Scream.
Sorry, I kind of interrupted you, Kat. Sorry. So what were you saying?
So I don't have too much to go off of, but I thought all of them were good. I legitimately, I can't pick favorites. Most memeable, definitely Siren, because I get to say yeehaw every time.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. Like, literally, it's a
Yeehaw.
thing now. Every time his name is mentioned, I have to say yeehaw. Like, it's a curse,
Siren.
but I love it.
Mhm.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
God damn it.
Yeehaw just always follows his name.
That's
Yeah.
his
Good.
last name.
Siren yeehaw.
His full name is
Yeehaw.
When
Oh,
any
that's-
time a cowboy says yeehaw, they're invoking the name of the greatest cowboy who ever lived.
Siren. the
Wait, what if
cowboy wolf.
Siren's first name is Yeehaw? And his last,
Oh
so
my-
it's Yeehaw Siren?
Whoa.
Oh my. Inception.
The real lore.
Oh my
Real
god.
lore.
Oh my
They may need to
god.
confirm it, but it's canon to me.
So now
I'll
we
ask him.
canonically have Jack Skellington, Sonic the Hedgehog as this, and Yeehaw the Cowboy Wolf Siren.
Yes.
I'm so
Just-
happy.
Great.
Yes.
God.
We also have Locke the Tax Collector Vampire. People seem to
Wait,
forget
what?
about him.
Wait, what?
There's also Dirt Wife.
Oh yes, Dirt Wife.
We have a lot of strange characters.
No one will ever forget about the man who married Dirt and tried to seduce Lilith through a portal. That is just burned in everyone's mind. And
This
still,
is iconic.
it's
such
still
a
the
good
funniest thing I've ever said in my life.
I think that's like the hardest I've heard B laugh on the podcast.
I think I killed him that day and he was reborn.
I always imagine that scene in my head as Caleb just losing it, and it makes me so happy.
Oh, man. I do think Galdrea was my favorite from a writing perspective.
Mhm.
Galdrea was great.
Mostly because Galdrea had more than one appearance, which is always good for a guest star to make their feel, to
Mhm.
appear more. Siren, I think, had the most appearances.
Yeehaw.
Mm.
Yeah, I think he had the most appearances, but I think Galdrea's appearances did a lot for her character.
Yeah.
Especially the fact that she was there during the river. I think her scenes in the river are probably some of the best moments of her character.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and also I have a bias because I love her and Jitter. Very cute.
That's not a
Yeah.
bias.
Yes, it is.
Her and Jitter is adorable. I'm biased.
It is.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to play the one shot where they get
Oh, boy.
married. I'm excited.
Oh man. Let's see. We have to move to these faster, gang.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
So much.
There's so many questions. Let's see. I'm trying to find a fast one. How many tears were shed at the Findray wedding? Minnie supposes.
Oh, next question.
All of them, mostly
All
from
of them.
Finn and Dre themselves.
Oh.
Yeah, like
I mean,
Finn would not be able to get
Yeah.
through her vows. She'd be like, I love you.
Oh.
It's just how it's gonna be. And you're gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Oh, speaking of vows, a cat. We're gonna have to talk later.
Oh shit.
oh no.
Oh.
Oh what?
Are you guys getting married and you didn't tell us? I'm just. Spy's gonna be so upset.
no. I mean in character. Jeez.
Only in character, Shea.
I'm so sorry, Spy. I promise I love you.
Ooh. That's a that sounds really suspicious.
Moving on.
All right, y'all. Next question.
Yeah, please. Let's see. It's a lot of favorite fill in the blanks, so I'm trying to avoid those for a little bit. There's only favorites left, sadly. There's a few. This one asks NPCs. favorite NPC. So not a villain, not a guest, an NPC. And I'm going to impose that it cannot be Caleb or Anna, as they are too plot critical to be devolved to the NPC tag.
Darn.
Mm.
We're
I
talking
was just gonna
secondary
say Caleb.
fucking
I'm gonna say not Rose either.
Okay. You can impose the not Rose rule. Secondary fucking characters.
Alana. And Myrina, because I love my badass aunt, and that's all there is to it.
Aw.
Marina is great. I love her. I also like Chadwick a lot and Vil.
I actually made Phil a character sheet. He's level 1.
Oh.
Hmm.
And also Aster, because Aster is my good boy.
Aster is very good. I will...
like Aster.
Yes.
Aster was never gonna be canon. He was gonna be side game fodder in a stream. Man.
Yeah.
Fodder.
We'll talk about Aster later. We'll get
that stream made Aster one of my favorite NPCs, really.
God, Aster was such a good character.
I enjoy Aster a lot. Am I allowed to say Janice?
He low-key was just so.
Yeah. Am I allowed to say Janice? Is that allowed?
Say Janice.
Okay. Janice was definitely one of my favorites. My character's dating him. Who else? I'm trying to think. See, because there were so many guest stars that I kind of like count as NPC characters, but I know that they were guest stars, and I want to say like all of them.
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm trying to think of like NPC characters.
I will say Jitter counts as an NPC for your piece of.
Okay, then Jitter.
Jitter.
Yeah.
Jitter.
Then Jitter.
Gale.
Sure, yeah.
Jitter. Gale.
Yeah.
Benedict. Martin.
I really enjoy Alana. I like Alana a lot.
Have I ever told you that Gale is one big joke? He started as one big joke.
Tell us the story in Ruin Sari's relationship.
Gale was a joke because I couldn't name another character Rivali.
You couldn't name another character what?
Rivali. Was he supposed to be just Rivali?
Less mean Rivali.
Ah, so less of a butthole.
Yes. Less pompous Rivali.
Good.
Man,
See, that doesn't come across.
Are Livy and I the only ones who know Breath of the Wild?
You mean Breath of the Week?
Of course I know
Broth
Breath
of the Wombats?
Legend
Legend of Legend? Broth of the
Broth of the
Wombats?
I hate all
Legend of Zuggin?
Legend of
Rivali's Gale
Zambia?
is now ready.
Legend of Zigend?
It's more like Rivali's
God.
Gale is now ready.
I came up with the nope, I can't say that on podcast.
Please? Please.
Hold on. I'm just gonna send it to you guys in the private text chat. You guys will...
Oh no.
God. I'll move on to the next question.
Breath of the Week?
Jesus. Wow. Silver Dusk wants to know how your characters would write about each other in their memoirs.
Oh,
That's really cute. I guess Saru would probably write that these guys were her family and her best friends. She doesn't know where she would be without them.
Sorry.
I'm gonna say Andres would probably be the same. Oh god, what's happening?
wow, Livy. Wow, Livy.
I said that and then immediately burst into tears from holding back laughter because I didn't want to laugh out.
Guys, we're still recording. They can't see this.
It was a dick joke. That's all you need to know.
Dumbass joke.
God. Okay. What was I saying?
It was about
I don't
Molly's
know.
Gale. That's it.
It was about memoir.
Oh,
Yes.
right.
How would they
Yes.
write about each
Okay.
other?
Okay. I don't know if I should go character by character. I probably shouldn't. That would take a lot of time. But pretty much what was said before. Like, this is her family, and she would address them as such. She, um, you know, she loves them a lot, and they're like the closest people to her, and they're yes, just yes.
Just yes.
Oh,
Does anyone
Yeah,
want to say anything other than family? Because if not, we can move to the next one.
Yeah.
I think Finley would take on a more fantastical, like more overreacting story. Like start out with she thought they were and how like she looked up to them, and then afterwards explain who they were to her, like actually. So it's like this idealized version, and goes down to like how much they helped her figure out who she is and stuff like that.
Oh, see, that's really interesting because I kind of feel like Rowan would do sort of the opposite and tell it like really kind of how it was, tell like a really realistic version of what happened. Like, obviously, she would still describe everyone as like her family, friends, but I think she would really want to like recount things as they happened,
Yeah. So, is there a most defining moment of the campaign for you? Not the character.
Ooh.
And that was a Ren question. Hi, Ren.
Can you say that again?
The most defining moment of the campaign for you, player.
Ooh.
Oh, I got one.
Go for it.
For me, it would have to be at the river when Caleb was getting ready to go down, because it's like it sort of made me realize where it had been, and it didn't really feel like I was there only 21 episodes. But
Did you say it like that's a small?
I mean it is. It isn't, but like it's still insane. But I just remember like that was when Finley started like crying, and I told him to come back. I meant it. That was me. That was the first time that I like really like from the bottom of my heart, like I this is like I love these guys and I want this to be a happy ending. And I mean, Finn has come so far, and I've mentioned before, she's sort of a projection of myself. Like that's kind of how D&D characters are. I kind of like sort of saw you guys as like the super super professional and
which I find hilarious.
Yeah, and like amazing people.
And now here we are now about Gale.
Yeah.
But it was just that was the most defining moment, because it's like I like not only am I trusting Caitlin, but I'm trusting myself to continue on with this story and to continue playing this game with my amazing friends.
Aww. We love you too, Kat.
Livy?
Boy.
Please
How do
say
I
something.
answer after that?
Yeah, please say something like, sorry, chasing the train. Deeply emotional.
Yeah.
Sorry, chasing a train is symbolism of her chasing her dreams.
Wow.
The door is blue because of the author's deep emotional distress.
Is this the fucking Great Gatsby?
Fucking deep,
Oh
man.
my gosh, I hated that book so much.
Oh, I liked it. it was really annoying, but I enjoyed reading it.
I didn't like discussing it.
Okay, continuing
But
on.
anyway,
Staying on
continuing on with the
topic.
podcast. Jeez.
That's symbolism.
I guess a big thing for me would be the whole bringing back Anna. That was like a big pivotal moment for all of our characters. Like, it showed everything that we kind of had worked for coming to a breaking point. And then I kind of remember having this moment of like, wow, we did that. What do we do now?
And yeah, honestly, that we could have done more. But I feel like after Anna, it felt right to lead into the end, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually, yeah, we had so much more planned that we didn't get
Ideas.
to. Like, there was gonna be actually, we talked a little bit about Valdis and joked about him earlier. There was going to be a whole arc where Valdis was going to be like the main villain, and he was going to be this like evil ringleader, and we were going to explore Sari's backstory, and like I think that was going to be the arc actually after like arc 2 or 3. And like we had all of these different ideas lined up. Cool arc about like Shira and this like music meister character who is like this evil bard. It was really, really cool. Like we had all this stuff that we were going to do that after Anna just like totally changed the course of the story. And like I'm so happy that the story changed that way, because I think that the story that we have now I'm so proud of. But like I do still like some of those early ideas, and I feel like would make for really fun one-shots.
They would.
I don't know. For me, I feel like during the game, I can't really think of any like really pivotal moments, because I feel like I sort of like separated myself from my character a little bit, but I feel like behind the scenes there was a lot of stuff for me that was really pivotal. Like I was very critical, I'll admit. I was a super big perfectionist at the beginning of the campaign, because I just like I wanted this to succeed so badly. And I want to apologize to B and you guys a little bit for being so harsh in some of those early episodes when it came to like editing and things. And I think I kind of had to learn to take a step back and calm down and really, look at this podcast for what it really was, because I wanted it to be, like really professional and have I wanted it to be like Taz or like Critical, and then I realized like no, it doesn't have to be that, because some of the appeal of this podcast, I think, is that it's really, really genuine, and like we're trying our best with what we have, and maybe it's not perfect, but I feel like that's some of the charm, is that it's not perfect. It's just a bunch of young kids, putting their whole heart into something that they really enjoy. Like we don't make any money from this. It's just all of us as good friends telling a story. And like that moment for me came kind of slowly, but once I started to realize that, I was like that was a big moment for me. I was like, I'm going to lay off and just let this story like grow and blossom into whatever it, grows into. And I started to enjoy playing more. I started to like enjoy listening to the episodes more. It just, yeah, that was definitely a big thing for me to learn, was to like not be such a perfectionist and just kind of let things take their course.
Next question.
And like I just want to say, like, I'm so freaking fucking proud of all of you guys. Like, I love you. You guys are great.
Rev, did you answer?
Oh.
Did I answer? I don't think I did, but oh boy, I don't know what to say to this one.
You can take a pass. You could push. It's fine.
Yeah, I'll pass because I genuinely don't know how to answer it. There are too many moments.
That's fair. Let's see. This question came up a lot from Kali, from Pixie, kind of Ren. They just want to know what's your favorite moment. Like, not even Pixie asked episode, and we can get into that, but and I feel like we touched on a lot already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We have a lot of favorite moments. We've mentioned a lot of them.
I think that episode I think we've answered those questions by our discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, are there
what's
any like funny moments? Like, if we're not thinking about the emotional ones, what about just like favorite funny moments?
Like, just jokes?
Yeah.
Woof.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry,
Oh,
boof.
Boof. That's a good one. Yeah.
The creation
Fucking-
and every line of dialogue out of the character of Ambrose.
It's true. Fucking Ambrose. I love him. I'm so glad that Finley is attached to this terrible, terrible ghost boy.
For
He's
the
great.
rest of time.
I could have given Ambrose like a full-on backstory and deep dive into his psyche, but I feel like Ambrose as a character doesn't need it. You know what I mean?
It's true. He's
I think
just great.
I think Ambrose is Ambrose, and I think Ambrose is comfortable being himself.
Mhm.
I gotta say, the fucking Nat 20s will never not murder me.
The Uwu Nat 20s.
Yeah, thanks, Red.
Yeah.
He takes a bow.
Yeah. I already talked about the tavern fizzy cider scene. God, I love that scene. Just kills me.
Mephis kills me every time when Minnie drew art of Mephis, I lost my shit, and I was like, this is a joke character I made as a meme, and people love her, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
She's just Sonic. But then I was like, man, I need to throw Minnie a bone, and I'll tell you.
Oh god. A joke that made me absolutely die laughing recently was in the epilogue when you talked about Rose not going back to jail. That
She
slayed me. That was so funny. That joke absolutely murdered me.
We have so many inside jokes from this game now.
Yeah.
Isn't it wonderful?
Tim Schul's
Pretty
ass.
It's just
It's
that.
Tim Schul's ass.
That was a joke that we actually made behind the scenes. Context, Rev draws Andre very thick.
Because she is thick. Respect.
She's beautiful.
And Kat, in a moment of foreshadowing, said Andre had Tim Schul's ass.
Yeah.
I still don't regret it.
Finn's a lucky girl.
She certainly is. She ain't complaining.
As a person.
Good.
Rev, how do you, person, feel about this conversation?
I mean, y'all spitting straight facts.
Ooh. Yes.
Oh yeah.
She's thick.
Like, it's not like I draw her thick for no reason. She is.
She be thick.
This is canon. Have fun with that, fans.
I'm wheezing. Fuck.
You've dug your own grave, Rev. They're gonna go off with that information. Ooh. Oh. I know that I can't think of any like really specific ones right now,
God.
but there are certain lines that everybody has said, but like B and Cat specifically, that are just so quick and so witty and make me laugh so hard. But there's so many of them, I can't call any specific one right now.
No.
Witchbolt is sexy.
Witchbolt is in fact.
Witchbolt is sexy. That's one of them.
Yeah.
Also, hair time.
Hair time.
That one gets me.
I'm glad.
Arm floaties.
Arm floaties.
Arm floaties. I really like actually from the Cat, the detective with a tiny guitar, when B's like school is a tool, eat the rich, I'm Jaden Smith's Twitter. I think about that joke at least once a week.
The one gag at Frozen that B made with Caleb.
Oh my god, yes. God, during a like really emotional moment. The Frozen joke. So good. Okay. I think that's all of them. Yeah.
Okay, so I can finally do my 5 questions. These are hopefully faster, because they're a bit more confined. Favorite track, just song that we used.
I don't know
Melody
the
of My
names
Dream.
of any songs.
I really like Return to the Wild.
I don't know
really
their
like that
names.
song.
You could tell me where they happened.
Okay.
I like. Heck. And now that you have asked this question, I suddenly can't think of any song from any moment in the podcast ever.
Sorry,
Any musical
Steam.
moment. Sorry, Steam. I really like the music when B does the intro for the finale, and then it kicks into high gear for Roll Initiative.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yes.
I agree. I agree that one's one of my favorite because it has so much like rustic charm to it. Like the very first, like the intro to the finale. It's just so calming, and then it's like, you guys are on your final stand.
Dun, 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 dun.
I also
Neat.
like
What's Pussycat?
the tracks in Pertains to Dream were very memorable for me just because it's the first thing I was ever in. So
Yeah.
I very much enjoyed the tracks because I believe there was quite a few of them.
There were. That's when I started my Lucas King addictions.
Hell yes.
What were you gonna say, Rev?
Oh, I said valid. Yeah.
I know you said Melody of My Dream.
Yes, Melody of My Dreams makes me cry every time. I just have that in my regular YouTube music rotation. I just like it a lot. And also, You'll Know More is pretty great, although I still can't decipher that one line.
There's one line in that song.
It's just, I don't know what it's saying.
I don't know what it says.
But it's fine. It's fine. I like the song.
It's so weird. If anyone listening to this, we beg of you to join our server and come with us and listen to Rule and do your best to decipher this line. And the one that makes sense and I enjoy, I don't fucking know. I'll give you a medal. I don't know how, but I will.
We have stickers. We can give you some stickers.
Let's see. We talked about the almost moment. That was gonna be a question I was gonna talk about the almost. We talked about it already. We also talked about the stream game already. Best Served Cold, which was honestly one of my favorite things we ever created, which is so weird because it's not in the recording lineup. I know, to ask,
but I feel like everyone should listen to that episode, though. If you haven't listened to it, good.
I need to ask Lyndon if he still has the replay and if he can like somehow rip the audio from it. I don't know.
Ooh.
I'd pay him to do it. I don't know. I'd pay him for it. Let's see. Pixie asked what our favorite episodes were, and I feel like I know your answer. Does anyone want to say anything other than finale, Reignited, or the To the River? What do you want to say, Livy?
Take a Hike is good.
Take a Hike is your favorite episode?
It's one of my favorites. It's up there.
Yeah.
A lot of good stuff happens. I also really liked Fall Fin and Frogs, but maybe I'm biased because I DM'd it. I also really
You're
liked...
allowed to like it.
Yeah.
I also really liked the one-off episode of the Clue Crew. The cat the oh my gosh.
I've done this with Shea.
Title.
I've done this with Shea, and Shea was surprised at some of these. Should I explain some of those titles? Because I feel like some of them come out of nowhere, and I feel like
Some of them
deserve
do.
an explanation.
Ooh, yes, because there's some really clever stuff behind some titles.
What were you gonna say, Rev?
I've always been curious about how you title episodes.
Do you want to do that on recording? Because there are 56 episodes.
Oh, you don't have to do all of them.
Maybe pick some of your favorites.
Just do like one or two, and then we can just discuss the others later.
That's fair. Let's see. A few of them are kind of self-explanatory, like Reignited. I think that one couldn't have been any other name, frankly. Itsudon is kind of one of those two where the name it just had to be a certain way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Although, how did you come up with the name Itsudon?
Fantasy name generator.
All right, that answers that.
That's valid.
Yeah. It there was I was looking up names of tundra regions, and there was I took Itsudon from one and the title of Expanse from another, and I made it.
It's a good name, dude.
It is very
good.
Don't be ashamed. It's a good name.
Yep, I just ripped it off a fantasy name generator. Hey, man, not everything has to have a super
deep backstory. I mean, the name Timshel has a deep backstory.
It does. I was gonna bring that up at the end. So, favorite home race that we have for the podcast. So a race that isn't D&D officially canon. Those are the Aetheryl, the Mousefolk, the Arctic Elf, the Ice Ganassi, the Star-Touched, and the Astraean.
Arctic Elf.
Arctic Elves. I'm also biased toward Astraeans because they're kind of my thing.
Hey, the Astraeans were a Rev creation that I took and molded, and I'm very thankful to you for them. I love them very much. Thank you.
And then Arctic, Astraeans are very, very cool. And then Arctic,
we still sometimes come up with stuff about the Astraeans, just during conversation. They've enthralled us.
Oh yeah.
Still don't totally understand. they're amazing, and sometimes I'm like, wait, they're so cool. What's happening?
I just love the tie-in with the Northern Lights. I remember the first time that B pitched that to me, because I was like, these star beings, it's so interesting. Where do these things belong in the universe that we created? He was like, well, it's a tundra setting, the Northern Lights. And I was like, oh, really cool. He's like, yeah, and they're storytellers. I was like, oh my god. And there's already all this mythology behind the lights, and myth and legend and storytelling, and in a lot of different cultures there's that connection. And I was just like, oh my god, yes, this is so cool. I love this. The Australians are great. They're really cool.
I need to talk about my missed home opportunity with the Gremlins. I need to talk about this. Fuck.
Go on.
Roald Dahl's book Gremlins is such a cute children's book, and then Epic Mickey took the name you for, and that is my default of what a gremlin is. And they're the wild mage artificers of the world, and they're so cool. And I need. If I ever create a compilation of brew, I will throw in the gremlin because I love them.
Yes.
Good.
Good.
Favorite boss bat? I think do I need to ask the question?
Um,
Can it be other than the finale?
It's up to y'all.
Mouse and fight. End of
Yeah.
discussion.
I was gonna say that I wasn't
Yeah.
here for it, but just yes.
yes.
Yeah, Malsum fight was really good. I also like, I don't know, the battle with Oko was, I feel like it's a weird one to choose, but like that one was just really fun for I don't know, that one was just fun. I just enjoyed that one.
The Oko fight was probably the most balanced fight you've ever had.
Yeah,
It was
that
two
one was
characters
really
versus
fun.
two characters. It was very fun.
Also, like every battle in Skyhorn Lighthouse was like really, really fun.
Yes. I liked those. I liked listening to that.
I completely forgot. Fuck!
I got like adrenaline when listening to that episode. Like it was really good.
No.
Aw, it makes me happy. Yeah, that episode was really.
I'm
I think
really
I
bummed out I didn't mention Garrick in the finale now. Damn it.
Oh.
Because he absolutely would have been one of the people to come and help you.
Mm.
I just completely forgot that Rowan was the one who broke his curse.
If it makes you feel better, I forgot that too.
Man. So yeah, no. Retroactively canon, Garrick was there with the Kenrith twins.
Sweet.
Man, I'm kind of bummed out. Man. Okay, y'all. So this is the last written question, and it's going to segue us into the last part of this episode. I have a thing written. We'll do our title stuff, and then we'll close it out. The last question is, what are we most looking forward to?
With what?
In general. In terms of the show, what are we most looking forward to?
Oh, I got one.
Go for it, Kat.
I am incredibly excited. I have multiple things. One, I'm so excited to have Bede as a fellow player instead of a DM, because there's things that I can have about my character that he won't know, and for some reason that gives me some joy. I don't. it's like I know something you don't know, but it's not in a
Evil.
malicious way. But I'm also just incredibly excited for this world. I was a Greek mythology absolute nerd. So
Same.
Yes, I'm hyped.
so I'm just excited for what this world can bring, and I'm excited for you guys to see what happens, because we don't know.
We don't know.
Yeah.
I'm so ready for Livi to take the DM torch. And just
so exciting.
It is.
Just
in general, I'm excited.
I just knowing Livi as a DM. I just I'm ready for so much chaos. I'm ready to enjoy that chaos and thrive in that chaos. My character's a goblin bard, man. I'm ready for some chaos.
Yes.
And on that similar vein, this is kind of a weird thing, but there's a slightly different tone I've noticed, because we have been talking about these characters in this campaign, getting ready for it, and there's a slightly different.
Us to not? We're people.
What?
I was telling the audience, did you expect us to not talk about our new characters? We're human beings.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a slightly different tone and different dynamic between the characters. I'm not gonna spoil too much, but two of the characters don't really like each other very much, and that's a really interesting and kind of funny thing to play with. And I'm just so excited for some of the jokes that are going to come out of this, because I feel like they're going to be different types of jokes. I kind of feel with this campaign it's a little bit more adult, and so there's this whole world of jokes that's now open to us, and I don't know.
You're just happy because Rowan wouldn't make dick jokes.
Oh yeah, Rowan would never, but Nico super would, and
yes, she would.
Here's the thing: me and Shea just kind of switched characters.
It's true. It's true. Me and Rev kind of switched characters a little bit.
Which is
I
kind
like
of funny
character
because
roles.
yeah,
Character
it's kind of
I'm
funny
roles,
because
yeah.
saying
early
mom
on,
now.
do you remember when Andre had a thing for Rowan?
I do remember that.
Yes, I
Wow,
do.
that was a
vaguely remember
long
that.
time ago.
That was a
Kat
long
says, holding
time ago.
Andre in Finley's arms. Starts crying.
She's mine
Protectively.
now.
Huh?
I'm sorry.
But yes, that was a thing. The thing that established that Andre was bi in the first place.
It's true. I remember that. That was also the sleepover. The sleepover episode was really important, gang.
It was a pivotal moment for a lot of stuff, apparently. Now
Yeah.
that
Do
we're
another one.
realizing this.
We need to do another one. Oh man.
Yeah.
Livy, what are you excited for?
I'm excited to be a DM. I'm excited to get to play with you. I'm excited for y'all to see what I have planned. Oh, because it's gonna be so much fun, y'all. I am so excited. You guys are gonna have fun. I've got so much planned. It's gonna be a good time overall. I hope that you enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Can
I talk about the test session? Am I allowed to talk about that?
You may.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna spoil too much. Don't worry.
Don't reference a certain somebody if you may.
Okay, I'm not.
I'm
not going to. I just wanted to talk about how like the test session was so much fun, and there are some jokes in the test session that were so funny that can I talk about? There's two in particular.
Go for it, please.
Okay. One of them was and this kind of goes along the lines of like there's a different type of joke that I feel like we're making in this podcast. In this campaign. So, something that made me laugh so hard was towards the end of the game.
No.
Well, actually, both of these things happened towards the end of the game. Actually, you know what? The second one kind of is spoilers, so I'm only going to talk about one. So we were tasked to find this, like, magical sheep.
Oh yes.
And bring it to a dragon. And that was what happened at the end of the episode. We brought this magical sheep to a dragon because every year there was like dragon festival or like some holiday where we had to like appease this dragon. And
I will say that is kind of going to be the theme for Arc 1. So
okay, cool. And
it's similar, but not the same at all.
There was this moment where Livi just said, "Oh yeah," and she tosses the sheep to the dragon. And I thought that the end of the episode was going to be us, like, giving this sheep to the dragon to just completely maul. And that was going to be the end of the episode. And we went on, like, a 5-minute tangent just talking about, like, just joking about, like, the dragon just eating this sheep, and that was, like, the end of the episode. And I was, like, that made me realize, like, oh my god, this episode is, like, or, like, there's some, like, kind of dark jokes that we would never make that kind of joke in campaign 1 because you're like, oh no, like, the sheep! Like, there's this really wholesome tone to the first arc, I think, and the second arc is like a little bit darker, a little bit spookier,
Just
and like
a bit.
yeah, it's like it's a little bit darker, it's a little spookier, and like I'm kind of excited for some of those types of jokes because that whole thing with the dragon, thinking that was the end, made me laugh so hard. Luckily, that wasn't how it ended. The dragon ended up becoming friends with the sheep because we're wholesome people, but for a split second, I really thought that the dragon was going to eat it, and that was so funny to me. And I'm just excited for more jokes like that.
Yeah.
Rev?
Yeah. I mean, I pretty much agree with what's said already. What's been said already. Like, I'm excited to play a character so different from Andre. I'm excited for the new types of jokes we're gonna get to make. I'm excited to have the VDM and have you play. I'm just excited, man.
I'm just
So-
screaming with excite.
So with that, that's all the questions, and I think that's a nice segue to my final segment here, which is, what is the future of the podcast going to look like?
Screams.
So
Just scream.
so May is the month of campaign 2. May is the month of Catopolis. Episode 0 will be coming out at the start of May. What else to say? There will be campaign 1 future one shot. The party will be level 15 for them.
Yay.
And that's going to be cool. They won't happen super frequently because I do want the focus to be campaign 2. I don't want it to feel like we're flopping 2 stories. But I do think those will happen. I am going to be, and this is an open invite to the cast. If you want to write in the world of campaign 1, you have my full permission. Use any character, anything you want. This is my invite to you. Write your fanfics. I want to see them.
But don't do the bird fanfic.
Please don't. We already have one of those.
We already have one bird fanfic. But I am writing a short story that is, after permission from the creators, I am writing a short story about Shira and Plank set in the Old Town ruins, and it's very fun.
Oh,
Wow.
I'm excited.
I don't know how many more of those will come out after. I can't promise anything, but I am in quarantine time, so I do have more time. Livi, though, is there anything you want to say about the future?
See, this comes out before episode 0, so a lot of stuff that I want to say about the future gets covered in that. But
True.
I will say I'm very excited to see where this goes. I've definitely got a lot planned. I've been working behind the scenes with like pretty much all of you on some really cool stuff. I've got cool stuff for your characters that you wouldn't even begin to dream of knowing about.
Oh.
That's
Sounds
yeah.
like a threat.
It's not a threat. Some of it's good stuff. Some of it.
Some
Some of it's good.
Oh god.
Makes me nervous.
I'm really excited for you guys to meet some really cool NPCs. I've got some good ones, I got some bad ones, and I got some ones in between.
Cool.
Well, I mean, there's like bad guys, good guys, and
Neutral.
chaos.
Dirt white.
They get their own category.
See, I've got
the dirt wife category.
See, I've got like a thinks of classic Greek myth bad guy. There's not really many. Just general evil, let's say. We've got a Kraken, that's a bad guy. We've got Remus, who's a good guy, and then we've got the Dirt Wife.
Is she making a comeback?
Maybe. You don't know.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I think it broke Shea entirely. Probably.
Please bring back Dirt Wife. It would bring me joy.
We'll see. I was gonna say, most
we have
likely,
to earn Dirt Wife.
You have to earn Dirt Wife. Dirt Wife comes from another plane.
Can we have a little Dirt Wife as a treat?
You may have a little Dirt Wife as a treat. You can make a Dirt Wife.
We're gonna make this Dirt Wife.
Oh,
okay.
You guys are giving me a whole arc idea.
Please
Stop
don't.
doing that.
Oh god.
I ain't doing that. Gosh dang it.
Oh god.
Nah, I do have like, I want to say roughly the entire campaign mapped out in my brain box. It's mapped out in my brain box, and I've got like, a checkbox of things that has to happen before finale. So I don't know, that could take 10 years or it could take a month. I really hope it doesn't take a month. Because that'd be the shortest campaign on the planet.
Well,
We
then
don't
you
have to
just
think
gotta
about that, though, it's fine.
come up with more stuff then. Because the thing is, sorry, that wasn't supposed to be like, well, then you just gotta come up with more stuff. Like that's kind of the way that campaigns work. Really, is like you have this idea in your head, and then it just goes a completely different direction than you think it's gonna go. It's very rare that everything goes exactly how you plan it.
I'm
They can
excited
probably
for
attest.
Livy.
I've met you guys, so
That's a good point. I'm excited
Sure.
for Livy
I
to
know how
my
this will
pain.
go. I'm
excited for Livy to feel my trauma.
yeah. I'm excited for you to feel some of my trauma.
Trauma sharing, yay.
Trauma
that.
share.
Yay!
Is that the note we're gonna end this on? No.
No,
No, we
no,
gotta end more.
no. This ended on a wholesome note. I'm really excited. It's gonna be really great. Good stuff will happen.
good stuff will happen, I promise.
Good stuff will happen. I am super looking forward to the first episode. It is out of my mind that we record it next week.
That's so exciting.
I wake up every day looking at my calendar where I have written down on it in bold black letters C2 start, and I scream. I'm like,
That's really cute.
I'm both so excited and so terrified. Ugh.
Well, I love all of you guys, and I can't wait for the future.
I can't wait. It's gonna be great.
No.
A future where I'm not the only editor. It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful future.
Hey, I helped a couple of times.
We are in the future, and it's mine.
Here we are in the future, and we scream.
And it's
Okay.
Well,
But as long
I
as we
love
do
you
it,
guys.
as long as we do it together, it'll be great.
yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What could possibly
Simply
go
go wrong.
Wrong.